Pokemon, and fine art. T-shirts. The Pokemon Company just announced a new t-shirt collection to come out next Friday, April 24th, in collaboration with fine artist and sculptor and architect Daniel Arsham. These shirts are super sick if you haven't seen them yet, and I highly recommend that you pick them up. They're only going to be $15, and I assume they're going to sell out really quick. Daniel Arsham is a really interesting, really talented, really well-known artist. And after we go over the shirts, I want to talk about who he is and how he got to be the one chosen to design this collaboration and work with the Pokemon Company. It's such a cool opportunity. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, this is the cover of the collection on Uniqlo's website, and the link for that website will be in the description. Uniqlo's latest UT collection has been designed with contemporary artist Daniel Arsham as part of a collaborative project with Pokemon. The acclaimed designer's concept of fictional archaeology showcases some of your favorite Pokemon characters as sculptures dated 1,000 years from now. And there you have the deteriorated and kind of mangled looking but awesome Pokemon logo designed by Daniel Arsham, and the interesting geodes coming out of the wall might give you a taste of what these shirts are going to look like. And so really quickly, that's a picture of Daniel Arsham and his little bio that you can read, but I want to jump right into the shirts. This first one here is of Pikachu and Trainer, dated 3020, as if it's a relic discovered from the past, but as you can see, they're heavily destroyed and look like they've been buried for a long time. And that's the style with all these shirts, but I think it's super interesting. Next, we got the Pokemon Crystal logo that we saw on the cover page. We've got a Pokédex that is looking hella nice with Squirtle on it, Crystal Pokédex, and honestly, I'd probably get this one. Squirtle is from, obviously evolves into Blastoise, and Blastoise is one of my favorite Pokemon. Next, we've got the Mewtwo transformed into Crystal. His tail has been cut off, and he's looking pretty rough out here, but this is an awesome shirt. And finally, we have the giant Mega Pikachu stone sculpture that just looks awesome, intense. It looks like an old religious idol that you might have dug up and seen in museums. But yeah, those are the men's shirts, or unisex shirts, so will fit anyone like a normal t-shirt. These are the women's t-shirts. They have a different version of Pikachu and Jigglypuff, which I'm pretty jealous of. I probably would have gotten the Jigglypuff one had that one been available for men as well, but these shirts are cut differently, specifically for in a women's style. These are the kids' shirts. They have the Pikachu that the women have. They have the Pokemon Crystal logo, and they also have the Crystal Mewtwo t-shirt. Overall, I think this might be the coolest collection of Pokemon merchandise we have available to us. It is more serious in tone, and the label of Daniel Arsham is very nice, makes it highly desirable, highly valuable, and I want to get into why that is. I want to go into who Daniel Arsham is, why it's so cool that he's doing this, and hopefully you guys can learn a little something about this artist and appreciate these shirts a little bit more, and maybe you'll want to buy one. Who is Daniel Arsham, and why was he chosen to work with the Pokemon Company? Well, here's a little taste of what he has done. A few of his recent works, such as the Eroded DeLorean, which is a life-size sculpture of the famous DeLorean car from the Back to the Future series. And this one is from a different exhibition of his called Moving Architecture. That's just a quick intro. Now I'm going to dive deep into his history and how he got to where he is now. So Daniel Arsham was born in 1980, raised in Florida, and attended art school in New York, where he continues to work, and that's where his studio is. His work is extremely interesting, as you've seen from the shirts and the quick examples I've shown you so far. But let's go back to the beginning. His earliest works, such as this one from 2006, are already showing us his fascination with the deterioration of man-made structures. This style was later refined over the next few years and eventually led to these pieces in 2012. And you can really see the growth in his practice. The scale is much larger, the details are much cleaner, and because of that, it brings the viewer deeper into this fantasy world that Arsham is trying to create. He carefully manipulates the very space that the art occupies in order to create this illusion of an altered reality. The white gallery walls are dripping, which allows the audience to step into this new place in which the rules of physics and materials, such as concrete, have been changed. However exciting and interesting these pieces are, they have a darker message at the core. As I mentioned before, Arsham is extremely interested in the deterioration of human structures. And in his work, he reminds the viewers of the bleak future that humans are headed to. Eventually, as with all past civilizations, our modern world will become ruins, relics of the past, and that is exactly what Arsham continues to show us in the work he did following these. Arsham has created hundreds of what he calls future relics of the past, meaning that he is showing us what, in say 1,000 years, like the t-shirt concept for Pokemon, could become objects like fossils in a museum. In 2013, Arsham made this piece, simply titled 16mm film projector. Other pieces from that same year were these keyboards and Walkman and baseball glove. Great craftsmanship is in the details, and Arsham has mastered his craft to the point where it is as if these pieces were actual baseball gloves or keyboards brought back from the future after thousands of years. He successfully is able to bridge the world we accept as reality with this fictional world he is creating. Arsham has done dozens and dozens of works like these, and eventually began to play with the idea of our pop culture icons potentially being relics of the future. This one from 2015 uses the most recognizable pop culture icon in the world, Mickey Mouse. As a culture, we don't often think about how everything we know around us will someday become a relic of the past, and what that means for us now. Sure, it's silly to see Mickey Mouse or a Bulls jacket reimagined as something that could be a moment lost in time. Think about how many ceramic bowls from ancient Greece you might have seen at an art museum, though. The same thing could happen in 1,000 years with the everyday objects around us now. All the dark meaning behind Arsham's work aside, he is a great artist that has received recognition worldwide. Just look at all of the exhibitions his work has been a part of in just the last 20 years, and half of those are solo exhibitions, meaning he was specifically chosen by galleries or museums to be the headline. And believe me when I tell you that that's a lot of exhibitions for 20 years of work. Recently, this eroded Vogue magazine sculpture of his sold for over $200,000. He has collaborated with so many brands at the highest level, including creating this Dior collection, this official Disney collection, and now the Pokemon t-shirts. Important to note though, Arsham's Pokemon collaboration does not stop with the t-shirts. He is creating several sculptures, and one extremely special sculpture, Eroded Pikachu, is being released in China only as a very limited collector's edition. There's only going to be 500 of them made, and they're only going to be sold in China, and they are going to be worth a ton of money if they get resold. They're going to be worth a ton of money the first time you buy them, but they're only going to go up in value. Such a collaboration between such a great artist and such a recognizable brand like Pokemon, and such high quality material and sculpture, like no question that that's going to be worth a ton. And the fact that it's so exclusive and only available in China, yeah, I couldn't predict how much that's going to be worth for you right now. I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out of this collaboration. On his Instagram, he has sketches of Blastoise, Charmander, Trainer Red, and Pikachu, and more. Maybe we'll get some cool things in the US, like plushes in his eroded style. That would be super dope, or other official Pokemon products. The potential for those alone is something I'm really looking forward to. I'm super excited about these shirts and this collaboration. I think it's super awesome that Pokemon has chosen to collaborate with such a well-known and well-respected artist such as Daniel Arsham. and I hope they continue this trend and work with other artists in the future, making just awesome stuff for collectors and for people who are into Pokemon, people who are into fine art, and people who are into culture. Really. Yeah, so that about does it for this video. Let me know which shirt, if any, is your favorite, and yeah, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.